The greatest prison of man is his own mind. A human being's greatest prison is their own thinking. A human being's greatest strength is their thinking, and their greatest weakness too. Have we ever wondered why some people, born in the same neighborhood, spend their entire lives there, while others, born in the same environment and same conditions, go on to conquer the world? The only difference is in their thinking. Mental imprisonment doesn't mean we lack thoughts. The real problem is that we only think what we've been told, shown, or what society considers acceptable. We've built walls in our minds that stop us from moving forward. These walls are not made of stone. They're made of words, phrases, and fear. Many of us are afraid to dream big, afraid to ask questions, and above all, we consider thinking differently a sin. This mental imprisonment is built from the words, traditions, and silent punishments we've been taught since childhood. Don't talk too much. Just do what you're told. No one in our family has ever done that. These are the small bricks of limited thinking that build a huge wall. Many people are imprisoned within themselves. They don't allow themselves to think beyond their current state, as if a guard lives inside them saying, "That's enough. If you desire more, you'll suffer. Be grateful for what you have. Don't dream." But the question is, why can't gratitude and dreams exist together? Even a grateful person can dream. One can be content with the present and still work toward a better future. When a child asks questions, it's seen as rudeness. When a young person shares dreams, it's called nonsense. And when a girl speaks of her rights, she's labeled rebellious. In such an environment, thinking minds learn to stay silent, and that silence slowly turns into imprisonment. We are the prisoners of our own minds, and this is the most dangerous kind of prison because its chains are invisible. They can only be felt. Have you ever noticed? If a bird is born in a cage, the vastness of the sky feels like a myth to it. It doesn't try to fly, because it has never seen open air. The same is true for humans who think only within the boundaries of their surroundings, traditions, and others' opinions. They spend their whole lives going in circles, trapped within the limits of their own minds. This is the prison of thought, and it's the biggest enemy of progress. They say there were once two friends who grew up in the same street. Both shared the same background. Ahmad used to go with his mother to buy vegetables every day, and Yousaf worked at a small shop. Yousaf, too, grew up in poverty, but Ahmad always complained, "My circumstances are bad. I can't do anything." While Yousaf thought, "No matter what my circumstances are, I will become a successful businessman." Today, Ahmad works at the same vegetable shop while Yousaf has become a businessman. The only difference between them was thinking. Ahmad's mind was limited. He saw himself only where he stood. He considered his circumstances a wall and was afraid to break it, afraid to dream big. Yousaf's thinking was free. He saw his circumstances as steps leading upward. He turned his dreams into reality. If Ahmad had thought, "I can change," if he had stopped complaining and started learning, if he had dared to dream bigger, he too could have become successful like Yousaf. Similarly, there were two sisters from a middle-class family. The younger sister believed she was beautiful and educated, and that she would marry into a high-class family, one where she could live freely without judgment or restrictions. The elder sister, on the other hand, believed, "We are a middle-class family, so our marriages will also be within the same class." Time passed. The elder sister married into a middle-class family, and the younger sister married into a high-class family. Both grew up in the same home, under the same roof, but their thinking was worlds apart. This was nothing but the prison of thought. When your thinking is small, your life becomes small. When your thinking is big, new paths begin to form. Your thoughts determine your direction. They can either imprison you or give you wings. The difference between those two sisters was nothing else but thinking, and in the end, both got exactly what they had thought. Dreaming is not a crime. Not believing in your dreams is a crime. We often complain that there's no light in our lives, but in reality, we've shut our own windows. The sun rises every day, but our inner eyes have become used to darkness. Just like a tiny needle can open a big lock, a single new idea, small and different, can open the door to an entirely new life. The world doesn't imprison us. Circumstances don't stop us. People don't block our success. Our only real enemy is the limitation of our own thinking. When we step outside our mental shell, we realize that the sky isn't just blue, it's boundless. You become what you think about all day. As Muhammad Waqas once wrote, if you want to be free, free your mind first. The greatest prison of the human mind is the one whose doors we've locked ourselves. That prison is the prison of thought. If we just allow ourselves to believe that we can be anything, then no power in the world can stop us. Changing your thinking is the real revolution. The stories of Ahmad and Yousaf and the two sisters teach us that the biggest difference between success and failure is thinking. When we change the way we think, our paths change automatically. When we break free from the prison of thought, we start to value ourselves. We begin to see with our own eyes, not through the eyes of others. We stop focusing on what is and start imagining what could be. We don't just dream, we believe in our dreams. Life changes only when you dare to change yourself. Freedom of thought isn't just about dreaming, it's about believing in those dreams. When we move beyond limited thinking, we realize we're not just employees, we can become entrepreneurs. Exercises 1. Ask yourself, if I could become anything without fear, limits, or conditions, what would I want to become? 2. Observe the difference. Reflect on Ahmad and Yousaf, or the two sisters. Look at two people around you and notice the difference in their lives. Then ask yourself, which one am I? 3. Self-check. Where today did my thinking remain limited? And where did I see a new path? Just as our body deserves freedom, so does our mind. As long as our thinking remains chained to others' opinions, old traditions, and self-imposed fears, we can never create anything new. But the day we tell ourselves, from today I am free and I will live according to my own thoughts, that very day, life itself changes its course.